Hello and welcome back to Burn It Down Media. My name is Christopher, and around these parts, I like to react to anything that gives you goosebumps or anything that just makes you feel nostalgic. Now listen, I want to continue this. So the other day I reacted to Jim Croce. Now Jim Croce, man, there's something about Jim that just makes me feel so happy. He was so wholesome, such a beautiful soul. And I really want to get into his catalog. Growing up, he was just such a big part of our household. I really love Jim Croce a lot. My father, he just loved Jim. So this is Bad Leroy Brown. And have you heard? So this is going to be so much fun. I'm really excited for this. So keep the comments coming. Hit that subscribe button. We're gonna get to 50 in no time, my friends. It's truly been such a beautiful family that we're building here, and I'm really having just the time of my life. This music really brings me just so much joy, and it brings me to life. I feel like it's so therapeutic for me. So this is gonna be so much fun. I also want to do You Don't Mess Around with Jim, so we'll do that maybe after this one.
This is another one of those character songs. I got out of a university in 1965, totally prepared for life in the 12th century. Kind of looked around here, looked around there, and then I got this brown letter in the mail one day, signed by a general. Said, "Come play with us." So I went down to a place called Fort Jackson in South Carolina, where they took my extensive college experience and put me into the infantry. As a lineman, I climbed telephone poles. It was communications, stringing that wire from one place to another. And I met this guy down there who was in the company. His name was Leroy Brown. Now, Leroy was one of those guys that didn't know the meaning of no. You tell Leroy to do one thing, and Leroy would do another thing. He was just one of those kind of characters. He come from Chicago, been out in the street a long time, and had to
I love that
make
he's
his own
telling
way.
his story before.
So he was about to keep on making it.
Brings it to life.
He was down there a couple weeks, and he looked at me one night. We're sitting talking. He says, "You know, Jim, I don't like this place, and I'm going to go home." So he got himself packed up, and he went home without telling anybody, except in the Army they call that AWOL, absent without leave. But he did come back at the end of the month to get his paycheck, and that was it. Snap put him in the handcuffs and took him away, but didn't bother him.
Seems like such a good guy,
and
Jim.
Still hung around. He was always the kind of guy that would keep people laughing, unless he got in trouble with them. And this is a tune he wrote about him, just called Bad Leroy Brown.
Let's go, I'm ready.
Well, the south side of Chicago is the baddest part of town. And if you go down there, you better just beware of a man named Leroy Brown.
Oh.
Now Leroy, more in trouble. See, he stand about 6'4". All the downtown ladies call him treetop lover. All the men just call him sir.
I love that.
Bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. The better than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog.
He has so much soul and spirit when he sings. I love it so much. And then he also playing that beautiful acoustic guitar. There's something about it, man, about him, who he is as a person, that shows through his performance. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so wholesome. And I'm just so happy to be here. I'm so happy that I'm able to experience this with all of you.
Just call him sir. And he's bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. The better than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. Now Leroy, he a gambler, and he like his fancy clothes, and he like to wave him diamond rings upon everybody's nose. He got a custom Continental, he got an Eldorado too. He got a 32 gun in his pocket for fun. He got a razor in his shoe. And it's bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town.
Don't you feel that?
Better than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. Well, they were Friday, about a week ago. And Leroy shooting dice. And at the edge of the bar sat a girl named Doris. And ooh, that girl looked nice. Well, he cast his eyes upon her.
Storytelling at its finest. I love Jim's storytelling. I'm always so enamored, you know what I mean?
And the trouble soon began. And Leroy Brown had learned a lesson about him messing with the wife of a jealous man. And it's bad, bad, Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. Better than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. Well, them two men took to fight him. And when they pulled him from the floor, Leroy looked like a jigsaw puzzle with a couple of pieces gone.
Woo.
And it's bad, bad, Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town. Better than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. Yes, it's bad, 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 Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole
So much
damn
fun.
town. Better than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. Yes, he was better than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog.
Woo. So beautiful, man. What an experience. I just love him so much. Let's actually, you know what I want to do next, my friends? I want to do You Don't Mess Around with Jim. Let's just go right into it, huh? This song, man. Oh, so it's a concert called Have You Heard? I like that.
Uptown got its hustlers, Bowery got its bums, 42nd Street got Big Jim Walker, he fool shooting son of a gun. Yeah, he big and dumb as a man can come, but he's stronger than a country horse.
Ooh.
And when the bad folks all get together at night, you know they all call Big Jim boss, just because. You see, you don't tug on Superman's cape, you don't speed into the wind, you don't pull the mask off old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim.
I'm sorry I'm being loud. I'm sorry. Sometimes I know I'm obnoxious, but this music really like speaks into my soul.
Old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim. Well, out of South Alabama come a country boy. He said, I'm looking for a man named Jim. I am a fool shooting boy, my name is Willie McCoy, but down at home they call me Slim. Yeah, I'm looking for the king of 42nd Street. He drive on a drop-top Cadillac. Last week he took all my money, and it may sound funny, but I come to get my money back.
Oh.
And everybody say, Jack,
This is
don't
music.
You don't tug on Superman's cape, you don't speed into the wind, you don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim. Well, a hush fell over the pool room as Jimmy come bopping in an awful street. And when the cutting was done, the only part that wasn't bloody was the soles of the big man's feet. Yeah, he was cutting about 100 places, and he was shot in a couple more. And you better believe it's on a different kind of story when the big Jim hit the floor. They're saying you don't tug on Superman's cape, you don't speed into the wind, you don't pull the mask off old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Slim. Yeah, Big Jim got his hat. Find out where it's at is not hustling people strange to you, even if you do got a two-piece custom-made pool cue.
Hey.
You don't tug on Superman's cape,
You know,
don't speed into the wind, you don't pull the mask off old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Slim.
my sister bought me a nice pool cue when I was like 18 years old. I took that thing everywhere. Wow. So brilliant. Another brilliant performance. Jim Croce's one artist that man, I wish I could have seen live. I could, you know what I mean? Because if out of all this music, Jim's really just hits my soul a certain way. I feel like it was made for me. Just brilliant. Just amazing. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for taking me under your wing and this channel. It means the world, and I feel like we can really do something here. I'm just so thankful. So make sure to remember it's one day at a time, but we're in this together. So it makes it that much easier. I'll see you on the next one, my friends. Jim Croce.